Because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you. Well, hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Smokin' Joe Show. Woo! We've done this is our 10th time, and we're getting pretty decent at it. Getting better all the time. This episode will be purely on the couch because we have a little bit.
Can't hear anything.
What?
Somebody says they can't hear anything. All right, keep going.
Well, okay. Well, if you turn up your volume, maybe
Yeah,
make sure.
it's working on my phone.
Okay, hello. Anyway, but yeah, so please subscribe if you guys are seeing this. If you are seeing this. So do we know if it's making noise or not?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, cool. Everyone can hear me. Okay. So please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube later, and please share this, whether you're watching on YouTube later or right now. It's always fun to have more people in the chat. So more people in the chat, the more fun. I'm glad everyone can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. And moving right along into this week's weekend get down. What's getting down this weekend around town? What is going down? And I will tell you what. Tonight in Minneapolis at the 331 Club, we have Ben Cook Fights, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Hennepin County Millionaires Club. And Corey Hess, the recording engineer and percussionist on my Smokin' Joe album, is actually in Hennepin County Millionaires Club. So if you are jonesing to see some live music in Minneapolis, they're playing with the BZB Trio as well at 331 Club at 9:30 tonight. And I believe it's free. 331 is usually always free. And and if you're living a little further south, perhaps on the edge of Minnesota and Iowa, Tough Roots, a wonderful band from Sioux Falls, as well as Granola, another wonderful band from the Sioux Falls area, is playing down at the Captain's Getaway in Arnold's Park. That's that beautiful Okoboji Lake area in Iowa. So if you feel like running down to Iowa, or if you're close to there, check out Tough Roots and Granola at Captain's Getaway in Arnold's Park tonight. This weekend wouldn't be a weekend in the summertime without another music festival, and this weekend there's a big one in Brainerd, Minnesota, called Cram Jam, and it's the second one. It's Cram Jam 2, and a bunch of my homies are playing it. We got John Wayne the Pain, Frog Leg, Heatbox, Itis is playing. All sorts of friends of ours playing Cram Jam 2 up in Brainerd at the Crow Wing State Park.
Oh,
I know, it's a cool park. Yeah, isn't that neat? We learned a lot there. But if you're sticking around town in Minneapolis this weekend, we have Music is Life, celebrating the music of Barris Hammond at Pimento in Minneapolis. And I know that is an MJG put on event, and as you know, those are always spectacular. So head on down. Or if maybe that's not your jam, I would also be into this if I weren't gone, but Dream On Nilsson is at Hook and Ladder, and that is a tribute to the music of Harry Nilsson. He did the lime in the coconut and brewed it all together, put the lime in the coconut, then you'll feel better. He also did a lot of other stuff, but I'm a big Harry Nilsson fan, so that's going down the Hook and Ladder tomorrow night in Minneapolis. But what am I doing this weekend, you ask? I'm sure you asked yourself. Dead Larry is a 2-night stand at the Gunflint Tavern in Grand Marais. We're going to be spending 2 days with our wives, girlfriends, fiancés. we have a good mix of them now. And all the puppies as well are going to come up and join us for 2 nights in Grand Marais at the Gunflint Tavern. I've heard nothing but wonderful things. It's right on Lake Superior, so we're going to have a little bit of a lake day if the weather cooperates, and we're going to play 2 big sets. 2 big ol' sets this weekend up at the Gunflint Tavern. Saturday, I only have one thing on my docket for Saturday, and it's very special, and that is Frog Leg and Gin Strings at Varsity Theater, the new fancified Varsity Theater. They haven't been doing much lately, but they're back, and they're coming back with vengeance with Frog Leg and Gin Strings, both artists who are also playing the Galactic Get Down. And they've both been on the show. Joe Dunn and John Miller have both been on this show, and they're both wonderful wonderful dudes. And I suggest if you're in Minneapolis, go check out Frog Leg and Gin Strings this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, a very important Dead Larry show, and that is also a Mae Simpson. Her very first EP release is next Thursday, July 5th at the Ice House. So come out, support Mae Simpson and her amazing music, and also get a chance to rock out with Dead Larry yet again. The next week at the Ice House. Music starts a little late. It's like at 10. And we are going last. But, you know, if maybe you don't want to go to a show or you don't live in Minneapolis, everyone I know and their mother and all their friends, come to Galactic Get Down. Galactic Get Down. Galactic Get Down. It's at Outback Ranch the first weekend in August in Houston, Minnesota. We have Dead Larry. We have that one guy. We got Useful Jenkins. We got The Way Down Wanderers. We got Kind Country. We have Frog Leg. We have Lunar Funk Theory is going to be there. We got True Feels. We have all sorts of music from all over the place. So please, you know, if you haven't got your tickets, grab them now. Make sure you get those days off work and just meet us at the Get Down. It's going to be one stellar time. It's going to be out of this world. Come blast off with us at Galactic Get Down and all the euphemisms that we use to promote it. It wouldn't be complete without giving a shout out to the Hideaway and reading my little spiel. We are proud to announce that the Hideaway will be joining us at Galactic Get Down as our Sunstage sponsor. They will have a great big old booth set up with all of your smoke shop needs. In their stores in Minneapolis and abroad, they stock hand pipes, water pipes, vaporizers, e-cigarettes, liquid grinders, rolling paper, scales, flasks, detox, safe cases, incense, apparel, art, tapestries, jewelry, and Minnesota Legit's medical grade 100% borosilicate collection. That's a lot. Make sure to check them out, hideawayonline.com. And that is my segue from Galactic Get Down. We have a very fun announcement. You're going to find out when two of the bands are playing and how. And we are going to learn all about our Silent Jam specialty, brought to you by Romer Dome. Here we go.
$410. There are the four bids. The actual retail price is...
And we're back. And with my lovely wife, Angela.
Hi.
You remember her from practically every episode of this show, as well as out and about in our lives.
We do live together, and we are married.
We are.
Yeah.
But we have the first time a game has been repeated on this show, and it was just the most fun, and it was also the first one. We have the return of What's in the Bag?
Ooh.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? And What's in the Bag, for those of you that don't know, is a taste testing game segment. Basically, last time I came up with a bunch of different chocolate desserts, and I had Angela and our friend Natalie try and be blindfolded and guess what they were just by tasting them. But this time, it's Angela's revenge.
Ha ha ha.
And I will be doing the tasting and testing, as will our special guest of the evening, John Mehren. He's right there.
He's over there.
We'd pan to him, but, you know, it's cool. Anyway,
see him later.
so I will proceed to
I
take my glasses
so
off.
carefully close-pinned and included napkins and the mask to
So give me one napkin.
our bag.
I was getting there, Joe. I was gonna assist you like Vanna White.
But you can't be the host and Vanna White. I guess you can do whatever you want, right?
Fine. Do it yourself.
All right, so
Let's see. He's got some water and I've got some coffee.
I am now not able to see. I'll also close my eyes just to be a good sport.
All right. So I wrote down on note cards what things are.
Won't they be able to tell by looking at them?
Maybe, maybe not. But
So-
also,
Yeah.
what was in the bag? A box.
box
What's
is in
in
the
the box? Seven reference. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I think everyone has.
All right. So when I was shopping after work today, I kind of forgot that I was supposed to get 6 things and 6 completely different things. So I kind of had to wing it. Let me get this stupid box open. Oh my god. Okay. So we're going to go, I guess, from easiest to hardest. Are you ready for your first item?
Yeah.
All right.
Smell it.
This is what it's going to be.
Smell something. Do I have to guess like the
Oops.
flavor and what it is, or
No.
what do I get points for here?
You get a smooch if you're right. I don't know what John's going to get.
No, I mean we're doing a you know very loosely based in reality point system.
Okay. You get a point if you get it right, and if you don't, then you don't get a point.
All
Here you
All right.
go. I got myself one of these.
Tastes like a toaster strudel.
It is kind of strudely.
I know it's not a toaster strudel because it's not square. This is a apple streusel.
Ooh, you got part of it right. Do you want to keep guessing? You got the apple part right.
Apple fritter.
It is an apple fritter. Point to Joe.
Nice. It's all right.
I could. Do you not want the rest of it? I can eat it if you don't like it.
Well, you can't eat it. You're the host. You have
Okay.
to wait.
All right.
Let's not have another birthday cake incident.
We just finished off his birthday cake. And in fact, the last piece of birthday cake, it was an ice cream cake, right? And there was only
I
one
know we ate
piece
it on stage.
on the show
On
we
the show.
did. Anyways, there was only one piece left and I had to split it in half so I could split it with my husband, right? And we also had Twix ice cream bars and Snickers ice cream bars, so I mashed them all together because the one piece wasn't enough. Okay, are you ready?
Moving right along.
You ready?
Yep, I am ready.
This is what number 2 will be. Okay. These are baked goods, bakery stuff.
Baked goods.
Baked goods. So baked.
I don't taste much.
Oh. It's probably dry for you.
It is dry. I really don't know. Can you
No
give me some
guesses? No. Okay. It has a fruit in it. Would you like to guess the fruit?
hints? Fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a... I have a lot of crumbs in my hand.
Here. Dump your hand into mine.
Is it under my hand? Okay.
And whooshoo.
Like a fruit?
Well, it's something you could find at like a Caribou or, you know,
Oh, like a blueberry muffin?
sort of. It's not a muffin. What type of thing is it? They come in
It's very
triangular
dry.
shapes. It is very dry.
Triangular shapes?
Yeah, they come in triangular shapes. Triangle's my favorite shape.
Yeah.
2 lines.
I don't know.
It's a blueberry scone.
Oh, a scone. Those
scone.
are dry as fuck.
Sorry. But to make up for it, I got you something that's way less dry for the 3rd round.
Where's my water? Without knocking it over. That was awful.
Sorry, babe.
For those of you out there that don't know this about me, I'm not a big pastry fan.
But I am. And this is an ode to our first episode with the 10th. Except for
Yeah.
the roles are reversed. All right, you ready for your 3rd one?
Mm-hmm.
This one's gonna be maybe.
So I only have 1 point right now. Right?
Yep.
We're counting the fritter.
This one, yes, might be hard for you to. It might be messy.
Might be messy.
It might be
Should
messy.
I grab it or should I like
I will.
hold it?
I will place it
How
in
do I-
your palm.
Okay. Is it cold?
You're
Is it
gonna.
frozen?
I'm gonna make you. No. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give you a napkin.
Okay, well you can move my fritter out the napkin.
Yep. That's.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
I'm gonna eat this, whatever this is.
Another messy one.
That's good. It's sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Oh man. It's so familiar. But yeah.
It's also a fruity.
Yeah, it's fruity.
A fruity.
It's like what fruit is that?
I don't know. A zesty one, perhaps.
Yeah, like lemon.
Ooh, yes.
Lemon sticky bar.
Yes, it is a lemon bar. It's just a lemon bar.
Nice.
So you got 2 out of 3. Good
Yeah,
job.
barely.
Cheers to that.
Are you eating the rest of my something?
Yeah, I already did.
I thought you were giving me a napkin.
Oops, here you go.
All right, well, 2 out of 3. That's not bad.
Yep.
So
So
now-
we'll see how John does.
Hold on. Hi, everybody. Wow, that's bright. Bright out here. So I'm going to remove. Oh, nope.
Oh.
Oh. Don't have my glasses on. All right. There we go. John.
Would you say that was easy or hard?
I'd say that was hard.
Also,
because, like, I'm
I
not-
apologize I don't have makeup on again, like the last episode and the episode before that.
Who cares?
I do care. Okay,
All right.
you need to take
Everybody,
off
that's
your
John.
glasses.
So, for everyone who doesn't know me,
Oh, yeah.
I consider myself a sweetbread connoisseur. So,
Oh, I should have saved the
Yes,
fritter
I
for
mean-
you.
I don't care if it's a cookie or cake or
Ooh,
donut or
Good.
brownie, bar, anything sweetbread. I'm into the sweetened carbs.
Me
so.
too. Also, this is one of the head co-organizers of Galactic Get Down, for those of you who don't know, and this is Joe's special guest after this segment. So, here's your blindfold. His wife is sitting right across from him, behind the laptop, right there. Hi.
All right.
Husbands and Wives episode. All right. So I will give you the easiest one first, and it is a common childhood nostalgia item. Okay. I have your napkin in front of you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot napkins.
Yep.
I was just ready to get all sticky.
You can feel it before you eat it. You can sniff it.
Oh, there's something in it.
And there is something in it. It's creamy.
Oh,
It's a commonplace thing found in gas stations.
it's a Hostess cupcake.
It is! Ah!
It was one of my favorites.
Oh, good. I really wanted one last
I
night.
think that's definitely 2 points because he got like the exact name.
I told Joe
I can tell you the brand names of cooked pastries for sure.
we may or may not have been baked last night on the couch, and I told Joe I really wanted one, which I never want these. So I purposely didn't give him that today because I thought he might guess it.
Where's my napkin? I'll save the rest of this for later.
Okay, wait. I gotta give you
No.
half a napkin to set it on, and then the other half for if it's too messy for you. Okay. Yes, you're doing great right
All right.
there. All right. The second item is a maybe common kid snack. So there's a couple ways to make these. I did not get a fancy one. This one's a grocery store one. And I will give it to you in the wrapper,
Ooh, it's got a package.
so you can eat it like a freezy, like a bar.
Oh, This is already weird.
I had to do this too, man. I stuffed my face with that big old cannoli. Those of you who are watching for episode 1, featuring me.
Wait a minute.
You don't have to guess the brand. It's just like a type of snack.
Yeah,
You can guess the flavor or the type.
there's some peanut butter in it
There is.
and some chocolate.
Yes. And what kind of... Is it
I know I can figure this out.
people might like to bring them camping?
Oh, is it like a s'more snack?
Kind of.
No?
That's not s'mores, though.
Oh, it's a granola bar.
It is. It's a chocolate peanut butter granola
Yes,
bar.
totally. No,
He's 2
I
and
got
2. See, I gotta just hang out with him and eat some sweets.
because what messed with me is so when I eat these at home, I actually take a jar of peanut butter
And dip it in.
and I spread a little
Oh my
layer of
God,
peanut
I
butter
do that
frosting across the top, and then it's peanut butter covered peanut butter
You
granola
also
bar.
gotta-
That's,
You
the way
gotta
to eat
try
it.
dipping Oreos into peanut butter too, or Nutella. So good.
That was like the naked version.
Cello says, "Give me that granola bar."
Hey, granola! Didn't we just shout them out earlier? The granola band.
Oh yeah, huh?
I didn't even plan that. All right, so the third one is probably the hardest. He can guess either of these 2 flavors and the type of thing it is.
Huh.
All right. So if he can get this one, I will be really impressed. I would say feel it, because that's a giveaway of, it's a half of a one.
Oh, it smells fantastic.
These you could find at coffee shops. Yeah.
Oh,
You could get it at a coffee shop or at a bakery, obviously. And I cut everything in half in case.
is it like a cherry muffin?
This flavor goes a lot with
Oh,
cherry.
it's cherry and almond?
Almond, yes. Can you guess the type of bakery item it is from feeling it?
It's not a muffin?
Oh, it is a muffin. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay.
So you got almond muffin, but there is one other fruity flavor in it. I will give you this point though, because I said that's what I said. There's 2 flavors in there.
Yeah, I mean, I keep getting cherry out of it.
There are. I will give you one hint that might give it away, but there are seeds in it.
Strawberry?
No.
Poppy seed?
Yes, like a lemon poppy seed.
Are you serious?
Almond.
This is an almond poppy seed?
Yeah, almond lemon poppy seed muffin.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That is definitely what Joe smelled when I opened the box.
Yeah, it smells good.
The
I
almonds.
saved- I've
it's like
saved half
got like
of
a really
every treat.
amaretto-y almost
Yeah.
flavor to it. It's really
Almond
yummy.
and amaretto is, yes, point on flavors of Italy. Joe, I also saved half of everything.
Do I get to open
and
my
Jen-
eyes now?
Yeah, you can take off the mask.
So
In
who
case
won? Did
anyone...
John win? Ugh.
Yes, he definitely won. You missed by a point.
I barely got a couple.
But I cut everything in half in case either of the 2 wanted a snack of the other 2.
What do you
Suddenly I
think?
want
Really
an
good pickle
amaretto
stuff.
stone sour.
And I'm gonna slam pickle
Yeah.
stuff.
So anyways, thanks for playing
Yay.
What's in the Bag.
Thank you for feeding me.
What's in the box?
I gotta transition to the music video, everyone. Oh, hey, it's me again. Didn't see you there. We're going to go to our first out of 2 music videos for today, and this is the official music video from one of this Galactic Get Down will be their very first Galactic Get Down, and I think it's their very first music and camping festival experience as well. If I might be wrong, but I might be right. This video is the Von Tramps, and it's called 14B, and it was made right around the Super Bowl time, so you might get a little bit of football vibes from it. Winky face. But here's the Von Tramps with 14B. Well, hello, we're back, and now I'm here, and John's here.
I love the stadium and the end of that shot.
Yeah,
I like any music that takes pride in where we're from.
For sure. I mean, you know, the building of the stadium is through a lot of the people I know is very questionable, but I mean, it's no question that we love Minneapolis, and a lot of that was filmed really close to my place, like CC Club, Treehouse Records, all that stuff is like right over there. So that's really cool. Well, everybody, this is John. You might have met John. He's a very friendly fellow, but you might not have. He's behind the scenes a lot of the time. And here's like some intro pics of John here. You may have met John on a scooter John here, or John chilling at a festival. Both are very possible. There's one Street John, and then you got Country John. Going right there. Let's see. I have gathered information from your Facebook. I'm going to always pretend like I don't know you as well. But you're an event promoter, creator, and, idea man behind Galactic Get Down. You are the owner of Vicarious Visions, videography. You are a technical service specialist at Wells Fargo.
I am. Technically.
Technically a technical service specialist. But we all have to have jobs.
I specialize in copying and pasting, so
Nice.
if you ever need anyone to copy and paste, I'm your dude.
It's your guy. And then get paid time off.
A lot of paid time off.
You've
That's
been
what I
married
love.
since May 10th, 2003.
15 years.
15 years. Nice. I graduated high school in 2005.
I know, yeah, it's gone by so fast.
Yeah, I've been married almost 2 years. But yeah, and Crystal's here. She's right behind us. You might have seen Crystal on our episode where we were on location filming the video that we just showed you for the Silent Jams.
The Silent Jam.
For
That
the
was
Silent-
actually a good episode. If you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch it on Joe's YouTube channel.
I want to say it's episode like 5.
It was. I think what I liked about it was that there was a lot of people there, and it was a very
Yeah.
loose format that night, and so it was just kind of anything goes, and it was
It's
a good
true.
time.
And we got the New Element sound to work, so we got them to be like our first band
That was
to play.
cool. The Silent Jam, just for anybody who doesn't really understand what we're doing with the Silent Jam, let me just throw this in here real quick.
Oh, do it.
Think of like the silent disco concept. When it gets a little too late for most people to enjoy music, we're just going to put that stuff right over some headphones and into your ears. It's going to be a little bit of an extra charge because we have to make sure we have enough equipment for everybody.
Yeah.
So even if you're going to buy your tickets at the gate, take a look online and get your Silent Jam tickets now so we know how much equipment we need for everybody there. But it's going to be off the hook. I'm telling you, when we shot the commercial, just the experience of everybody hanging out
was really
in
cool.
the basement with the headphones on, it was like the music was there coming to you personally, but you were there enjoying the experience with everyone. It's unlike any other live music experience I've had. So I really hope that everybody takes advantage of what we're trying to bring to you.
Yep, and we have L-Dub and New Elements will be our Silent Jam
L-Dub on Silent Jams
And
is
he's
going
done it
to
before.
be
He's done it before.
incredible.
So I was
This
really happy
music
to
was
hear.
made for this.
Yeah, it was great. You know, you get like a whole one-man band coming at you. It's really funny because if you didn't have the headphones in, you just hear him singing.
Pop, pop.
Just hear him
Yeah.
singing. So yeah, you get the idea. The video will be released all over the internet as well as we can share it. Following this, I think it might already be on there now. Romy's probably watching and just boop. Anyway, going back to John, I have one. My wife found one picture of you as a baby. One.
Well, that was second grade. I don't know.
Okay,
if
you're
I
not a
call it
baby,
That
but-
was my first communion.
So there's John. So where were you born?
I'm from Wabasha. Well, I was
Wabasha.
born in Mission, Kansas. A small town outside of Kansas City, Missouri. And then my mom had some difficulties when I was born, and so I came back up to stay with my grandparents. And then not too long, I think maybe within like a year or so after I was born, my folks came back up, and everything that I remember from my childhood is Wabasha.
Right, yeah. So I was born in Idaho. But then
Right,
I grew
right.
up in like St. Louis,
Yeah, so Wabasha is really where I was born.
where you were born and grew up.
Yep.
And then let's see. Let me make sure I'm not skipping any pictures. Nope, not yet. So have you explain your love of music? Because you put on a music festival.
Well,
Where did that start? Like, what do you think?
you
Like,
know, I think it really started
first
with my
things?
mom. So when I was like a little kid, my mom was the keyboard player in the church that we went to. And so like and it was like one of those big giant Catholic, you're a sinner type organs, like 20 feet tall, and
I
you
love
need
those.
to repent, boom, boom, But so besides like playing in church on Sundays, she would go in on Wednesday nights to practice for whatever she was going to be playing. And so it was like me and my mom got to go into the church, and I'd see her play this great big huge giant thing. And so she had an organ at the restaurant where her parents owned that I spent a lot of my time growing up in, and so I would try to like replicate what my mom was doing on the keyboards. And I've always been like okay, like played piano, I've tinkered in guitar and bass and French horn. So I mean, I've done a lot of like touching musical instruments, but never gotten efficient at a musical instrument. But so I've just always kind of loved it, I think, from what my mom kind of did.
yeah, because I mean, I think you out of almost anyone I know is like loves music in a different way. Because I know a lot of people
do.
that love music and they play music, so it's like a different love. It's a love, but it's also work. But yeah, John.
I like
likes
to
music.
listen to music the way people like to watch TV.
Yeah. And that's crazy.
For whatever that's worth. But yeah, it's
Nice.
it's a thing for me, and I think second to my love for music is my love to share music with others, which is really...
Well, yeah, and finding other people that like the music you like. Like
Right,
that's
right.
the craziest thing. Speaking
Have
of
you heard this? Have you heard that? I
Other-
love those conversations.
right, other people in your life, we're going to talk about your family. Here, scooch to the little, so you're in this little. There you go.
There we go.
Boom. There we go. John's lovely family. We got Crystal right there, up at the top, and the kids in the back. I've spent a lot of time with this family. We meet at their house, and I see them all the time. Yep.
My kids have grown up in the music industry.
Yeah, there's Olivia and Tony and Isabel.
Yeah,
Right.
they're pretty lucky kids, I think.
They hang out with me all the time.
I was I was talking about a frequent story that you hear people share all the time is like, what was your first concert? My first concert was John Bon Jovi in 1987. I was in seventh
Oh,
grade.
butt rock at its finest. Like,
My kids have been going to concerts since longer than they've been able to talk or walk, so they're not going to really be able to remember their first concert. To them, going to concerts is just always going to be a way of life that they remember, and so I'm kind of
It is
proud
a-
of that.
it
Like
is.
I've robbed them of that first concert memory, but they've got some amazing memories growing up that a lot of other kids are never going to have.
Or don't get until
I-
they're 18.
I really, the big thing that illustrates that is I remember my daughter Olivia coming home from school one time in first grade and saying to me, I was talking to the other kids in school and none of the kids have even been to a concert. And like that just blew her mind that in first grade none of the other kids have been to a concert yet. And I was
maybe like Cuckoo
we're
Kangaroo.
doing something kind of special with you. So yeah, I think, and I mean, you can, when you get to know my kids, you can definitely see the influence that being around musicians in the music industry has had on them. They're very like empathetic, open to other people's experiences.
And then, that kind of, we're doing good. We're doing good segues here. Let's look at, speaking of music, a big plethora of your musical friends. Angela made this great collage. We got Nako up here, Trevor Hall. Is that Zach Deputy?
That is Zach Deputy.
Zach Deputy.
Our first date was at
Yep.
That house party, boy, I wish I could have been in
Yeah.
that. I've watched that
Zach
video
Deputy
so
House Party
many times.
2000 and...
we're in it dancing.
I know,
11.
It's cool because so the very first time that I watched that Zach Deputy house party video, like, was when me and Crystal really first started getting involved in the music scene, and I didn't know a lot of people up in the cities.
Right.
And every time that I go back and watch that video, I'm like, oh, I know that person
Yep.
now, and I know that person now, and I know that person
Yeah,
now. So
it
it's
was
really
a
kinda
real
neat
who's
to watch
who.
that video.
Yeah, and then of course Aaron Cam, who I'm sure we could talk about Aaron Cam for a long time. John
Absolutely.
loves Aaron Cam. I mean, I love
One of my
John.
favorite
I love
musicians
Aaron
of all.
Cam. Don't get me wrong. I mean, everyone should love and see Aaron Cam, but John has a very special love for Aaron Cam. We got Mark Murphy, Dustin Thomas, and then Pat Forsyth, as well as some of our musical friends. And that's not even half, I'm assuming, of like all the people
I've been
and all the musicians that you've
I've been very fortunate with the video, with the videography.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
One of the things that I guess I've done with that is I've really just tried to offer what I'm able to do to help others as much as I can, and because of that, I've been really fortunate to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, and then there's you with some cameras. There's you as a ghost with cameras.
A lot of people probably recognize my camera before me.
So there's
That
John
thing's usually way up in the
with
sky.
his camera. Yep, and we actually have a video from Galactic Get Down last year of Aaron Cam that we'll have coming up. So don't go away. But we have lots more. I have so many more questions. How did you find the festival scene? How did you find it? What was your in?
Interestingly enough, I got into the festival scene through being a fish head in the 90s. And then when Crystal and I first got together, we went to the very first Bonnaroo. So for me...
The very first Bonnaroo.
The very first Bonnaroo.
It wasn't very big from what I...
Oh, it was huge.
Oh, it was huge?
It was huge.
I thought it was like a small thing, and then like it got bought by like this corporate.
I think they were expecting it to be like 20 to 30,000 people, and it ended up being like 70,000 people the first year.
That's a lot.
And it was like,
people.
I think the coolest day of weather that weekend was about 103 degrees.
Yeah. Where Tennessee?
Murfreesboro, Tennessee, I believe. Something like that. In June. Tennessee in June. Go south from here in June. It gets hotter.
Like right now.
They weren't ready for, I think, that many people. So me and Crystal were like, this is too much. And so everything for me up until that point, like for a festival to be a festival, like you needed to have 60,000 people together and, these huge productions. And so all the time that I had been going to these other festivals, I had heard of Harmony Park, and I had heard about what Wookie Foot was doing down there, and Harvest Fest, and Bella Fests, and all of that. But when I had heard about it, I always heard like there's like 1,000, 1,500 people going. I was like, who'd want to waste their time with that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess if you've only been to like or like
to like a large corporate event, it was like a bar show in the woods.
1,500 people is plenty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I know that. I mean, to me, that's like an ideal size event because it's still like a big, fun, like party, but I can still like intermingle with the entertainers, and that's really important to me as a fan.
You get to know
not be separated from the people. I mean, like I really enjoy music, and so I like when I see these music, I want to do what I can to appreciate what they're doing, whether it's standing out in the crowd and yelling, or whether I can bump into them in the crowd after the show and personally thank them for what they do. So I came to learn after going to my first Harmony show that I'm really way more into a small, intimate festival than a big corporate event.
Well, yeah, and I mean, they have their time and place, and like especially if you can afford to get like the best packages and get like this like swanky, experience with the big festival, I could see that being cool.
Don't get me wrong. Someday I hope to hold a festival for 50,000 or more people. I have some great ideas in my head on what I'd like to do, but
in space,
it's all about
literally.
I mean, it's all about bringing a group of people together, and it's hard to bring them together when you have that many people.
Yeah,
so there needs to be a limit.
Favorite venue in the world and why?
Favorite venue in the world
that you've ever been to? Because I mean, if you've been following Fish around in the '90s and now you've been going to lots of festivals,
I've been to a few venues.
You've been to a few. Venues.
But honestly, I can't believe that this is my answer, but I can believe it when I say it. The Caboose.
Really?
That's, I mean...
Caboose, even though it's sideways.
I mean, if for anyone who's watching, if I owned a Caboose, there's definitely some much better ways to lay that out in a more productive manner, and let's talk. Call me up, for sure. However,
Caboose too.
It feels like my backyard when I think of music.
Yeah.
Whether it's, seeing a show on a Wednesday night with 15 people who paid $3 a piece to get in, or whether it's filling the plaza with 2,000 people with an act that's coming through on tour, like the Caboose feels like my home venue, and especially like when I was really out doing a lot of videos heavy, like I mean, I was going out to other states and people were recognizing me in other states when I'm shooting videos for other bands from the stuff that I was doing. But to me, the Caboose always felt like home, even if it's kind of dark and poorly lit and sideways, and it's home.
It is. I agree with that. And it's gone through so many phases, I feel.
And I'll always, no matter how I feel about those phases, I'll always love the caboose.
Right? I agree. Okay, this is kind of not rhetorical, but I know your answer to one of these questions. One, what are you most excited about this summer?
I don't really have any plans this. The Galactic Get Down.
Galactic Get Down, everybody.
It's.
Here's John at Galactic Get Down. With the crew, at least. There's us and that one guy, and he'll be at that Galactic Get Down. And then on the bottom there, we have the whole crew, the band, Romy, Jess.
It's a dream come true. I mean, from a music lover standpoint, like I say, one of my favorite things about loving music is sharing music with people. And we get done with meetings, and you guys walk out the door, and I go, God, I can't believe we're really doing this.
I know, it's weird.
It all just, it's the biggest difference, I think, from what we do to, like, anything else that happens in the world is, like, we have a lot of these, like, you know what we should do conversations, but when we finish these, you know what we should do conversations, we follow up with them.
Yeah, we do a lot of things.
I've had a lot of friends that we've sat around and said, you know what we should do? But the difference is, once we met you, like, we started actually doing this stuff.
Oh,
It's worked out all right.
Try to be a getting things done.
I'm a doer, too.
Oh, yeah, no, we all are. I think we influence each other very well. And I'm a freaker-outer, too. So, like, I'll freak out.
We have a really well-balanced
We
group
do.
that all bring a lot of very unique perspectives to the table.
Yeah, and then this is what I don't know, because I don't know if you do anything other than music festival in the summer, but what are your favorite things to do in the summer that have nothing to do with music festivals?
It looks like you might like football.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a big football fan. I don't know. I mean, music has just always been such a
there's
big
nothing
focus.
else.
Before I was planning music and music-related events, I was going to music and music-related events. Before that, I was a DJ on a radio station. Before that, I was going to school for radio and television broadcasting.
Like we're doing now.
It's just always, music has kind of been like the focal point. I can't really remember a point in my life where music wasn't the focal point. I think Quiet Riot's Mental Health was the first audio cassette tape I ever got, and I flipped that thing over and over and over and over and over for months. And just from that point on, like, I was always into music of one type or another, and nothing else really compared.
Right? Yeah.
Fishing is cool. Football is cool.
Being on a boat, I guess I like that, and I don't really like
fireworks on 4th of July.
Coming up next week.
If I've got some budget to put into fireworks and blowing shit up,
Right.
I like to blow shit up. So that's always cool.
Yeah. So I mean,
Video games.
Video games. Yeah. There you go.
Lots of video games.
Video games are cool.
Whenever I'm not doing anything else, I guess video games is my big thing.
Always see.
It's like a decompressor. Yeah. I mean, I really don't think our viewing audience nor anyone else, except for maybe my wife and close friends, understand just how much Star Trek I watch. Like,
I've got an idea.
It's a lot.
I'm catching on more and more all the time.
Like not like I don't sit there glued to the TV, but I'm like, I'll just put it on. Like throughout my day, it's like kind of just like my whole like background, like just I love Star Trek.
I do that with YouTube and music videos.
Yeah, I try to not just watch Star Trek, but it's just so, I'll miss something or like miss like a character interaction. Anyway, I'm not going to start talking about Star Trek, but I do want to go into a John video of one of John's favorite bands, and I think you can see you, right, dancing in the front.
So I guess one thing that we all do as organizers of the event is we all typically pick a set, like, don't bug me for an hour.
Yeah, like,
like if I'm throwing a music event, I'm going to enjoy some music, and Aaron Cam is my set.
Yeah.
When those guys come up, I like to do anything I can to provide hospitality to them, and when that set comes, I want to be up front and center. The first time I saw Aaron Cam was at Harmony Park, and I saw him play for about 90 seconds and fell in love with what the guy was doing. And I mean, from the very first moment I ever thought of having a music festival, I knew that I wanted to have Eric and Cam play at my music festival.
No, he's amazing. I've known him since he was playing at Camp Euphoria, and and then I saw him again at Harmony Park, and it just made perfect sense.
Everything that I love about, like, Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah,
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
blues and-
reggae music,
yeah,
blues
yeah.
music, rock and roll guitar solos. Like, he's just found such a great way to bring them all together.
Aaron Cam commercial.
And this is even
Yeah,
like a get
so-
down theme.
Yeah,
song.
the song's called Get Down. And he played it at the Get Down of the Galactic Variety. And John, everybody, this is John. Do you have anything else you want to say, I guess, about the
Enjoy
Galactic
some
Get
Aaron
Down?
Cam and join us at the Get Down. Get your silent disco tickets today for sure. Like,
Yeah, just get all the tickets.
if you're gonna buy your,
6.
if you're waiting to buy your tickets at the gate when you get in, buy your Silent Jam tickets today so that you know that you're gonna get to be in on this party, because this is not something that you're going to listen to other people
Yeah.
talk about.
It's
You're gonna
future-y.
want to tell people about it. I
Gotta
promise.
link into the frequency and drop out some tunes. But without further ado, here is a
Down.
video from Aaron Cam at Galactic Get Down 2017. The song is called Get Down. right, I'm back, and it's just little old me here. I want to give a big shout out to Carrie Joy, the fiddle player on my album, as well as the Sister Tree, for letting me borrow this guitar while mine's in the shop. And then the special request song from John himself, my special guest. He wants me to play the world's smallest violin, which I haven't played in a while. So let's hope I get all these words right.
That's why I wanted to hear it.
I got the world's smallest violin, playing a sweet song just for you. Oh, toss in the towel, pull the plug, pack it in. They'll never know what you've been through. But if people are just people, equals through and through, then that makes us all the same. So everyone you know, in everything they do, must be carrying a similar pain. Come along, dance with me, eat and drink, be merry, cause you know there's a way to foresee when we're dying. I make a list, check it twice, perfect plan, very nice, purely profit, pay the price. Oh, you keep trying. And you have yours, I have mine, separated by a line that's all in your mind. Telling tall tales. Decision maker is take a female record, Mr. Maker, and true faking forsaker. But when all else fails, oh, I got the world's smallest violin, playing a sweet song just for you. Oh, toss in the towel, pull the plug, pack it in. They'll never know what you've been through. But if people are just people, equals through and through, well, then that makes us all the same. So everyone you know, in everything they do, must be carrying a similar pain. Well, you wanted the attention, well, I got the invention. Oh, there's one that mends the rips and the tears, and it causes the expansion of the mental comprehension, an alternate dimension that rids the mind of its cares. But feeling makes us human, yes, I know the illusion feels like truth when you first hear, but don't trust it. Just accept the current moment, one and only thing permanent. Everything else is changing, but if you don't get it, oh, I got the world's smallest violin, playing a sweet song just for you. Oh, toss in the towel, pull the plug, pack it in. They'll never know what you've been through. But if people are just people, equals through and through, then that makes us all the same. So everyone you know, in everything they do, must be carrying a similar pain. But don't worry, everything will be alright. And what's your hurry? Get out and enjoy your own life, because now is the time when we all must decide. Do we want to live, or do we want to die?
I want to live.
She wants to live. And there are people that are corrupted through and through. Oh, you just make sure that those people aren't you. There's beauty in the world. All you boys and girls will make it all worthwhile. But if you can't break a smile, I got the world's smallest violin, playing a sweet song just for you. Oh, toss in the towel, pull the plug, pack it in. If people are just people equals through and through, well then that makes us all the same. So everyone you know, in everything they do, must be carrying a similar pain. Happy C.
Happy C.
The World's Smallest Violin. You can find that on the album Storytime by Dead Larry on all the stuff. Oh, look at this shirt I happen to be wearing right now. We are
this?
creating now, huh?
Whose shirt is that,
We
Joe?
are creating now. And it just so happens we are creating now next week with our very special guest, Reed Grimm's gonna be on the show, everybody. That's right. Reed Grimm just came out with an album, Mr. Shoeless Revolution.
Massive amounts of good.
Mr. Massive Amounts of Good himself, Reed Grimm, will be here on the show
We've
next
plugged
week.
his music videos.
Yeah, we played his music videos, we plugged his shows. He's going to come here and enjoy us, and we're going to create some now. I have no idea what we're going to do, but it's going to be super fun. And as always, I love to plug my inspiration, my band, Heatbox, with Soul Players. Heatbox's interactive game show live on twitch.com Tuesday nights from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time at www.twitch.com/heatbox64. If you don't have a Twitch account, it's really fast and really free to set it up. Yes, babe.
Also, we are still naming our alien competing, so
We have a name our alien competition.
for Galactic Get Down. So
It's easy for you to say.
go
Yeah.
to our page and go to the post and enter a name for our alien, and the best one will win. We get to pick, and you'll get $50 worth of moon money, merch money, towards any merch at our festival.
Yep, so check out the Purple
And
Alien
help name our
and
mascot.
give him a name and win $50 in merch money, which we are calling Moon Money. Because hey, it's the Galactic Get
We will
Down.
probably stop the competition soon, so get those names in.
Yeah, it ends on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then speaking of, one more time, the Galactic Get Down. It's coming right up. 35 days, everybody.
Go to the Galactic Get
It's the
Down.
Outer
Buy
Space
silent
theme.
disco tickets.
It's www.galacticgetdown.com for all your information, lineup, tickets, all that. Facebook.com/galacticgetdown. Give us a like. Instagram @galacticgetdown. Give us a follow. Hashtag GGD 2018. Hashtag galacticgetdown. Kapound sign, as Heatbox would say. But from all of us over here at the Smokin' Joe Show,
I know everybody says it's always the best one yet, but really, this one's going to be the best one yet. You got to
Yes.
go.
it will be the best one yet. We're pulling out all the stops. But anyway, thank you all for joining me here this Thursday. We will see you next Thursday with Reed Grimm. And as always, I'm going to
May
have...
Simpson.
What?
And May Simpson if they come to your show.
No, well, Reed Grimm will be on this show,
Right.
and then we will be playing, Dead Larry will be playing with May Simpson next Thursday.
You should come out.
The same day as the show at the Ice House. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, and I have a special surprise guest for next week. My dad. My dad will be here, everybody, and you get to meet Papa Scarps. Chris Scarpolino will be here. Anyway, I ramble.
Bye.
See you guys next week. Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you, oh, oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got troubles, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause well, I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you, oh, whoa. I love you.